Master Oogways is a TikToker that started on TikTok by making videos where he says something funny in the voice of, well, you guessed it, Master Oogway. Here's an example of one of these videos when he was still funny.
It is better to poop in the sink than to sink in the pool.
And eventually these videos stopped receiving as many views as they did in the beginning. Because these videos had the same problem as all his videos now. They get repetitive. Oogway tends to reuse sounds, songs, and memes, but slightly altered in the hope that at least one of them ends up on your For You page, basically putting his eggs into different baskets. But viewers did not see it the same way as I do. When people started getting videos of him recommended where it was basically the same meme of him doing a Chad face for the 1000th time, they slowly started getting annoyed by it. Rightfully so. And eventually, this happened so often to the point where people started saying he fell off because he simply isn't funny anymore. Oogway has had many accounts, like his English-speaking one that got banned, then came back, then banned, then came back. This guy was basically Satoru Gojo at this point, but he also has different accounts, some YouTube Shorts accounts, as well as a Turkish and a Dutch-speaking TikTok. Now this brings me to a strange turn in this story. This guy starts making videos in a restaurant at a beach in Turkey that he actually owned. I thought the twist was that he made some slightly too edgy joke on Twitter 10 years ago, or that he fiddles kids or something. So I'm happily surprised. What people did start to find weird though, is that he makes jokes about fiddling kids. And not one time, but more and more time as time went on. To the point where he should really consider becoming a Minecraft YouTuber.
Hi.
People don't think he really fiddles kids, but making a lot of jokes about it is still pretty weird enough in its own right. So now let's talk some more about his restaurant, because this man goes from making funny voiceovers where he says things that I would only say in the boys Discord server to owning a full-blown restaurant in Turkey of all places. To promote this restaurant, he makes a lot of videos there in his Dutch, Turkish and English speaking TikTok. He talks about how you should come visit and how the food is delicious, and he shows off the food from time to time. But after a while, out of nowhere, these videos just stopped appearing. Even I got tons of videos on my For You page of Oogway promoting his restaurant, saying stuff and showing off the food. Unfortunately, I can't show any of these because he either deleted them himself or it all happened on his old account. Eventually, after going back to his usual format of making millions of videos a day and them all looking so much alike Zach and Cody would be jealous, I did some research on him and found something strange. It's a channel on YouTube where he uploads brainrot content. Editor's note, when recording this video I found out there are actually 3 of these accounts with a combined total of 10 million subscribers and 3,000 videos. And they're all the same shorts, and it's only transformative content. YouTube doesn't ban him because he actually uses his own music in the background, so technically these videos are sort of his. And you're probably wondering how I know it's his, and this is why. I was looking at all his accounts on social media and came across his YouTube, and connected to that account is this account that uploads nothing special on the surface. But if we go deeper, far deeper, into the YouTube Shorts section of this channel, we see an entirely different page where he re-uploads hundreds of videos your mom probably likes on Facebook. It's super obvious that these shorts are just a side hustle to make an extra buck off the chance that one might go semi-viral on YouTube Shorts, with the average YouTube Shorts user being 12, and probably also for those friends that say they're too good for TikTok but also sit on YouTube Shorts for 28 hours a day. Then after all that, Oogway did the most random thing ever. He started making videos about another restaurant, this time in Amsterdam. And I thought to myself, no way this is also his, but it actually is. He has a small Mexican restaurant in Amsterdam. People started hating how the tacos are expensive, but we're talking Amsterdam here, people. Every piece of food or thing in Amsterdam is expensive, really expensive. To stop the hate train for a bit, the videos he makes in his restaurant are actually quite wholesome. He just shows the food and talks about how you should visit, and he makes videos where people say they love the food. It's honestly really strange to see a guy that's popular for his dark humor act so wholesome. He seemed genuinely proud of this. But people don't like advertisements, so people started calling him a sellout and saying he fell off. but I would much rather prefer a creator start his own taco business than sell overpriced cookies and call someone who can't afford it poor.
Or like, oh my god, $28 for cookies? It's 4 bags. That's $7 a bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but like if you're a broke boy, just say so.
People try to cancel this guy many times for being a racist, sexist, homophobe, you name it. But you can't cancel someone whose entire brand is made up of being offensive. People like him because he says stuff others don't. Because you shouldn't say those things. And those are also the videos that get views. And he knows that. But then there's also the constant spamming of the same reused meme every couple days, and those videos gets very little views. His strategy is basically throwing tons of videos at the wall, and some of them have to stick, but people started noticing the videos that didn't stick. So people are now trying to find as much stuff of him that is unfunny to comment about how he fell off and about how he's unfunny. These comments started slowly bleeding more into his actually popular videos. And if you look at his videos now, the comments are either glazing him or hating on him, and there's no in between. And then the reason why I wanted to make this video in the first place, his new song he keeps promoting everywhere and constantly. People have started making memes of his face with the caption along the lines of, "This guy trying to stay relevant by saying racial slurs." But he has always had this approach. He slowly loses views and then steps over the line, but not too far to lose his core audience of edgy teenage boys. Like the time he uploaded the video to his YouTube channel with the title "My Opinion on Black People," and it's a video of him talking, but you can't hear what he says due to the music being so loud. As with all his jokes, he repeated it, but slightly different, making another video of doing the exact same thing, but with a different outfit, and the title was "My Opinion on Gay People." But Oogway actually shocked everyone when he genuinely said the N-word in the most edgy teenage boy song ever. And I have to warn you, this song is basically written by an edgelord teenager who talks about a certain Austrian painter too much.
Kung Fu Panda, Hitler is my
After this song, even his core audience of edgy teenage boys slightly turned on him, because saying the N-word, while not being black, just seems like straight up racism. There's no political thing you can hide behind. Saying the N-word to most people is just racist unless you're black yourself. So he tried clearing things up by coping in a video saying his great-great-grandparents were slaves, so it's okay for him to say it. And yes, basically, technically, if you're looking at it that far, it might be true. But not everyone that sees a random TikTok of a Turkish dude saying the N-word does a deep dive into your family tree and the history of the Ottoman Empire. So in the end, his core audience is slowly turning on him. But even if people don't find him funny, he will continue to stay on everyone's For You page every time he says something that is crossing a line, even if you don't like him. I hope in the future he can stop relying on saying random slurs to stay relevant and can just make silly jokes, because the way it is right now, what he is doing is quantity over quality of comedy. And if you cross that line a little further each time you try and stay relevant, eventually you reach the end of that line. And people are starting to get tired of the whole dark humor shtick, just like everyone else did around 2016 when dark humor on YouTube became less and less popular, until it eventually just died out alongside with Leafy. And as I said, most people also did not appreciate the amount of pedophile jokes he made, because he did that more and more, until the point where people thought it became a bit weird. And I agree, maybe you should really calm that down a bit. And yeah, that's really all there is to say about Master Oogway, a guy that made a career of acting slightly racist, but not too racist to get banned. If you like this video, go check out the other one I made, and make sure to subscribe to my channel, because at 100 subs I will oil up and twerk!
Come. I mean, I knew you would come, but you've come.
I have come.